just bodies and the screams. I mean, you can't think about, unhear that. It was chaos and very, very scary.
Heartbreak and shock in New Orleans tonight. We're continuing our breaking news coverage of the deadly Bourbon Street attack. Police say a pickup truck rammed into a crowd celebrating the new year. The number of people killed has now risen to 15, and dozens more are hurt. Thank you for joining us this New Year's Day. I'm Kyle Orr, and right now the investigation into what happened stretches from New Orleans to Beaumont to Houston. And the suspect, Shamsud-Din Jabbar, graduated from Central High School here in Beaumont, and police say he was killed during a gunfight with police in what authorities say was an ISIS-inspired attack. We'll dive into Jabbar's history in Southeast Texas shortly, but first we're learning more from federal officials about what led up to the attack and the motivations behind it. As ABC's Christiane Cordero reports, officials describe Jabbar as hell-bent on killing.
Tonight, one of America's most vibrant streets is shut down. Instead of festivities, police vehicles and crime tape mark Bourbon Street in New Orleans, where a driver, believed to be 42-year-old Shamsud-Din Jabbar, rammed a pickup truck into a New Year's Day crowd just after 3 a.m. Dozens are injured, and among the dead, 27-year-old Nicole Perez. Her friend tells ABC News Nicole leaves behind a 4-year-old son.
She was a great mother. She had just been promoted to the manager position at the store. She was so excited about the new position. She didn't have a car. She didn't have a lot of things, but she used to walk to work, and she made sure even if it was raining, she'd get to work.
Federal officials say Din Jabbar is a U.S.-born citizen from Texas and an Army veteran who worked at the accounting and consulting firm Deloitte.
The FBI also reported to me that mere hours before the attack, he posted videos on social media indicating that he was inspired by ISIS, expressing a desire to kill.
The driver drove 3 blocks before crashing, then got out and fired at police with an assault rifle, according to officials. They add 2 officers were hurt before police shot and killed the suspect. Witnesses described the scene as gruesome.
What we saw was insanity. I mean, something out of a movie. The graphic nature of it, and it was unbelievable.
Investigators say they found an ISIS flag, weapons, and improvised explosive devices inside the truck. They're now working to determine whether he had any affiliations with terrorist organizations.
We do not believe that Jabbar was solely responsible. We are aggressively running down every lead, including those of his known associates.
Officials also questioned about whether barricades were up along Bourbon Street. Tonight's Sugar Bowl game between Notre Dame and Georgia will now be played tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, New Orleans.